If you're looking for an easy side dish packed with flavor, then you've got to try my macaroni salad recipe. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Hey, you're watching Preppy Kitchen, where I, John Kanell, teach you how to make delicious homemade dishes to share with your family and friends. This macaroni salad will be ready before you know it, so let's get started. First off, we're gonna grab a big pot, fill with water, bring to a boil, and then salt liberally. Then we add the pasta. While our pasta's boiling, we're gonna get to chopping, make that dressing, and by the time it's ready, we'll be all done, I tells ya. All right, we wanna have half a cup of basically everything. This recipe is super easy to remember. We're gonna start with the bell pepper, just get the seeds and all that pithy stuff out of the middle. You better be careful when chopping bell pepper. This skin is so slippery and this knife is so sharp. When you're dicing this, don't worry about it being exactly the same size. You just want it to be nice bite-sized pieces. Imagine a spoon grabbing a bite of the salad, gets a little bit of everything, not a giant piece of celery or bell pepper. I was estimating that looked like half a cup, and I was right. Woo. All right, into the bowl, we're gonna continue chopping. This can get saved for an omelet later. One of the things I like about this recipe is that you can just add anything you want. You know, if you like asparagus, blanch a little bit of asparagus just at the very end with the pasta, you're gonna have a delicious extra bit. This recipe has 2 tablespoons of vinegar. I'm adding about a tablespoon right now to my onions. I'm gonna let them sit here for a while because they have a lot of bite, and if we add an acid to it, it'll deflame the onions or take away some of the bite. It's one of my favorite little tricks to do. For this recipe, I want half a cup of pickles and save the juice, don't throw it out. That's part of the dressing. You can use any pickle you'd like, so if you like things a little sweet, go for the sweet pickles. If you like them a little tart, go for those really vinegary kind. I got totally distracted because when I was a child, there was this commercial for a thing called Sweet Pickles. I think it was like some kid's educational situation, but they had a very catchy song that gets stuck in your head for decades. All right, give these pickles a nice chop. 2 hard-boiled eggs in the recipe, but I love hard-boiled eggs, so I'm adding 3. Just don't tell anybody. Oh, you can let me know in the comment if this looks like it was a fresh egg or an old egg. You can always tell by peeling them. What do you think this is? It's a fresh egg. Eggs are all peeled, wasn't that easy? Now we're gonna give them a chop. Ooh, and these are like almost hard-boiled. I love like a runny yolk. These aren't runny though. You can add the eggs in now or later. They're delicate, so it's nice to add them towards the very end. And the last ingredient I'm chopping is my parsley, which Brian forgot to buy. Specifically asked for it, and he thinks of parsley as a garnish. So he's like, you didn't need the parsley. I was like, so chop your parsley. Oh my gosh, that fresh garden smell, it's one of my favorite things. We're gonna add we're gonna add 1/4 of a cup right into the bowl. Just gives it a nice pop of color, and it's ready to go. Now the dressing. All right, we're gonna set this aside. Wow. Pull out a large bowl, add half a cup of mayonnaise. I think mayo gets a bad rap. It's so delicious, but it can't be like the only thing you're eating. It's a nice vehicle for other flavors. It's not a thing in and of itself. That's crossing the line. 1/4 cup of pickle juice. Gonna measure out 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. I'm gonna add the remaining tablespoon of vinegar. You can use a white or a cider vinegar, it's totally up to you. Pardon me, would you happen to have any Grey Poupon? Let me know in the comments if you remember that commercial. I don't think it's been around for a long time. 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 2 teaspoons of sugar. That's an optional one, but it kind of rounds the flavors out, especially if you're using a tart, acidic pickle, which I'm not. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of pepper. Freshly ground is always best. Give this a nice whisk. Whisk, whisk, whisk. That is a beautiful color and consistency. So as promised, my pasta is ready. Drain it. Rinse with cold water to stop the cooking, and now we're gonna add it to the rest of our ingredients, along with those delicious and now tamed red onions. You'll notice they changed color a little bit as they sat in the acid, and they're just so much more manageable now. They still have that great taste. Pour that dressing all over. Gonna give this a quick toss just to get it started. Ooh, I love that pop of green. Me encanta. Now let's add those eggs in. Beautiful curry golden color. Final toss, nice and gentle with those eggs. Transfer to a serving dish, garnish with more fresh herbs, and you're ready to enjoy. If you like this video, check out my side dish playlist. That is some crunchy, creamy, packed with flavor, side dish amazingness. I'll see you in the next video.